I would like to partake of your pecan pie. Pecan pie. Who gets that quote? When I was growing up, pecan pie was one of my all-time favorite desserts. It didn't matter where we went, what restaurant we were at. If it was on the menu, I would order it. So when I went low carb for my health, I had to find a way to make my favorite dessert. And today on All Day I Dream About Food, I'm showing you how to make the very best, gooeyest keto pecan pie. A good pecan pie starts with a delicious tender crust. Now I have a really great keto pie crust recipe, and I've already gone ahead and made it because I already have a video for this. It's the perfect base for my gooey keto pecan pie. Now for this pecan pie, you want to go ahead and pre-bake your crust for about 10 minutes. Then you let it cool completely and it firms up really nicely so that it doesn't get soggy when you add the filling. With your crust all done, we can have some fun and get going on the filling. The high carb version of pecan pie usually takes corn syrup in the filling. We don't want to touch that. So to replace that, we're going to make a syrup out of butter and sweeteners. So we'll add 3/4 cup of butter to a pan set over medium heat. Then we're going to add 2 different sweeteners. I have 1/2 cup of Swerve Brown because it adds wonderful flavor and color. And I'm adding 1/2 cup of Boca Sweet. You can also use allulose. It will make the filling more gooey and syrupy. And we're just going to melt these together and then bring them to a simmer. And once you've got it simmering and bubbling, just turn your heat down a little, maybe to low, and cook it for about 3 minutes until it starts to darken in color. You want to stay near it, whisking it constantly so it doesn't burn. And once it's turned a little darker, you want to get it off heat and let it cool for a few minutes before you add your eggs. Once the sauce has been sitting for a little bit, you can see here it's like a thick, beautiful golden caramel sauce. Once it's no longer hot to the touch, we can start adding the other ingredients. So I'm going to add my vanilla and my salt first, and I'm going to add 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla. Now you don't have to just limit yourself to vanilla extract. You can do things like maple extract for a maple pecan pie, or caramel extract to get a little more of that brown sugar caramel flavor. And then we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon salt to bring out the flavor. And we'll just whisk those in. Seriously, this is the most beautiful caramel I've ever made. And we're going to add 3 large eggs. And whisk those in until well combined. Now I've got 2 cups of raw pecan halves, and I'm going to save them for decorating the top a little. Just take some of the nicest looking pieces and set them aside. And then put about 1.5 cups of the pecans into the bottom of your pie and spread them around. Ooh, there's some nice pieces in there that I want. Then we're going to take our filling and pour it right over top. Ooh, look at it pouring so nicely there. Just looking at this, you wouldn't know it's not made with corn syrup or sugar. Make sure you get all your filling in. And then if you just want to take the extra pecans, just set them nicely on top in a concentric pattern or circles or whatever you want to do. Mine will probably just look like a jumble anyway. I'm not very good at this. Well, that's actually looking really nice. So now we can bake our pie. It goes in at 325 for 45 to 50 minutes. You're looking for the filling to be mostly set, but to still have a little jiggle in the center. And I do recommend putting it on a cookie sheet so that you don't bobble it too much as you're getting it in and out of the oven. Looky, looky what I have. Keto pecan pie. It came out of the oven and I let it cool for almost an hour. You want to do that before you cut into it. But now we're ready to go. Now remember I said to take it out of the oven when it was still a little bit jiggly in the center? As it cools, it continues to firm up, so that's perfect. Cutting pie is tough at the best of times, so let's see what happens. Ooh, super gooey, I can tell already. The first slice is always a mess. It's like the sacrificial piece. Ah! Oh my God. Now that is pecan pie because it is gooey. The whole center fell out, but that's okay. That's the way I like it. You can see how gooey it is here. Oh my God. The first slice is kind of mangled, but if you're a more patient person than I am and you let it cool properly, it will come out in better slices. Now let's take a bite of this mangled but gooey and delicious keto pecan pie. Get a little bit of crust in there. Oh. That's my pecan pie dance. It makes me so happy. Gooey, delicious, rich, just like the real thing. For this amazing keto pie recipe and so many more, please check out alldayidreamaboutfood.com.